This man heard an offer, was offended by the offer, and then threw it in your face. Yeah, that's why I didn't take you seriously, because I just didn't appreciate your offer. This is human psychology. You guys are out, say you go with your significant other, and you go out to a dinner party event. Steve, you go out with your wife, you go out there, it's a dinner party, and it's with a bunch of financial advisors, right? These guys are stock market, like Wall Street brokers. They're dealing with 10 figures a day is going through their desk, and they're dealing with all these numbers, that, and the next thing, and you walk up to them and you're all sitting there chatting, and you're like, you're a wholesaler, right? I'm $15,000 assignment fees. And these guys are talking about multiple 8, 9, 10-figure transactions, and they're having all these conversations. They're like, yeah, the M&A department was doing this. This is bullshit. The Bears were out and they were doing all this nonsense, and it was just if you don't know that language, are you going to immediately start feeling like, got nothing to add to this conversation? I'm a little insecure right now because all these people are talking way up here and I'm way down here. So I'm just the freaking weird dude with the drink in his hand. Like, then they look over at me, what do you do? And it's like, yeah, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to, like, that, not a natural reaction. It's just social anxiety. It's the social experience. This is what happens with people like this. They want to fit in. They want to express their knowledge, which is great. But the second you start using all those language, that's how they start feeling. And what they start realizing in this context is, okay, this is actually, I'm talking to a professional, and he realizes that I don't know. And actually, I'm now realizing I actually don't know as much as I thought. All right, let me stop acting like I'm in control here. And let me start asking questions. And if you notice, the second you did that was one of the only times in the conversation he said he started asking you questions. Right? He's like, oh, okay, well, let me ask you this. Out of curiosity, why do you guys even do this? The guy was curious, and you should have been a teacher. That's what was missing. You're either the alpha or you're the beta. And this guy wants to be the alpha so bad. And you just need to demonstrate that he's not. That's it. And if that means you got to let him know you're in charge, that's what you got to do. And unfortunately, that's what you got to do with some of these guys. And you just got to do it. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to son you disrespectfully. Like, I'm not just trying to be like, oh, hey, you don't know anything. I'm not trying to, that's combative. It's not necessary. But with this guy, I'm affirming his knowledge while simultaneously showing him how much he doesn't know. And that's where I'm using all this real estate jargon that I would never use with the seller. Because if I'm saying words you've never heard before 100 times in this conversation, psychologically, you will begin to feel insecure. Because in his head, he's up here and you just don't get it. He's obviously overwhelmingly wrong. Like, he's way off. He has no clue, but he doesn't live in that world. He lives in his head where, right? Like, in his head, a whole different experience has happened. In his head, you made him an offer on the first call, which I did not hear an offer.
No.
You did not make an offer. This man heard an offer, was offended by the offer, and then threw it in your face. Yeah, that's why I didn't take you seriously, because I just didn't appreciate your offer. Bro, none of what you just said happened. 0% of it, bro. Right? He's not living in reality, dog.
I'm gonna put a big sign in front of my laptop that says reset.
Do it. And then underneath that, say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.